All right. Welcome in, everybody. It is Phil Nagy and Kit Nagy, Nagy on Sports. Joining you here. Everything looks good on the YouTube end, Kit.
Awesome.
Yes, we think we've maybe finally gotten our tech stuff figured out, at least for now. Thank you, Windows, for that update. Wish they would tell you in advance, like, what these things are going to get screwed up thanks to this update that we're doing for you. But we're excited to have you in, everybody. The Browns are 3-1-1. It is week 6, welcoming in rookie head coach Mike McDaniel and the Miami Dolphins in, of course. Just got done doing some free agent updates, so you will see Cedric Wilson on the Dolphins. You will see Teddy Two Gloves on the Dolphins. He actually is higher rated than Tua, so he's going to start right away here today. Chase Edmonds coming over from the Cardinals in free agency as well. So plenty of players to keep an eye on, and their rookie left tackle Bernard Raymond as well. For the Browns, the great news is that Myles Garrett is back after 4 weeks away. Browns were able to go to 3-1, in his stead, which is a very good thing. So, excited to have him back on the mic. Kit, how are we doing tonight?
Doing great. Glad I figured out the technical difficulties I was having, and apparently not my internet, but some kind of Windows update that was making my previous setup that had worked so well for so long obsolete and not working properly anymore. So I had to change my setup to make it work. In fact, Phil, I'm sending you a video real quick so you can see what it looks like. It's kind of interesting.
I accidentally kicked the ball off again too, like I did earlier today. Keith, how we doing? Welcome in. Keith says gonna miss Jarvis, and yes, I think we can all agree we're gonna miss him, and you know, that ish is contagious, and bless him and all that great stuff. And he really was such a big catalyst for the turnaround in Cleveland, and I would have loved to have kept him, but I didn't want to pay him $16 million, and clearly the Browns didn't either.
Yeah, and he obviously didn't want to restructure for lower. And actually, Phil, for your essay here, I did pull it up I got the chat on my phone, so I'll
great.
see it. But
504, welcome in, buddy. All right, Teddy Two Gloves is under center. He's going to get left side. They stretch it to the new running back, Chase Edmonds, and he goes left side. And now an injury on the first play to DeMarvin Leal, right when we get Myles back. Let's see. Just go to the sideline, DeMarvin. Just go to the sideline. And he's on the sideline. Okay, good. He'll be back in this game then.
That's good. I was going to say.
He's been so good for us.
He has.
Again, those welcome back who were able to sit with me at lunch today. The Browns with a game-winning 49-yard field goal in overtime from the rookie kicker who has really struggled from deep kicks.
Yeah, into the win, too.
And the Browns into the win, 27-24. They got the win. Should have won by a lot more. Davis Mills had over 400 yards passing, and the Browns really have some potential question marks in that defensive backfield, so much so that I went through and kind of whittled their defensive playbook and tried to go with some more things I think that they'll actually run and get rid of some of those ridiculous blitzes that they were running.
Right.
As well.
Yeah, so, not a blitz heavy team are the Browns.
No, they're not. Here's Teddy to the right side. He's got Mike Gesicki, of course, former Penn State Nittany Lion. Mike Gesicki, good tight end. And he's got a first down catch, and the Dolphins driving here on their opening drive. Again, we have seen in the sim the Browns really becoming like a second half team, especially with their, look at Denzel just chucking the receiver out of bounds. And Devontae Parker can't hold on, 2nd and 10. Theodore back to pass, little 3-step drop and a shuffle. Dump it off right side quickly again to your tight end, Mike Gesicki. Rocking those half sleeves, Mike Gesicki. 77, that's your left tackle, Bernard Raymond, Central Michigan product. As DeMarvin Leal's already in the game, and he's going to chase down the screen nicely from behind, and that will stall out the Dolphins. Myles Gaskin, slippery running back out of the University of Washington. Been there for a couple of years here in Miami. And he goes down. They're going to force a field goal from Jason Sanders. His kick is up. His kick is good. He drills it through. And Miami starts off their opening drive with a 3-point score at the end of it. Browns turn to get onto the football field here. We'll see how Baker does. Again, I'm pretty happy with Baker's performance so far. He's just throwing too many picks right now.
Yep. Hey, Sean. Hey, George. Welcome in. Go Browns.
Guys. Absolutely. Indeed. A little spin move from the rookie George Pickens. Taven Bryan is on the roster. He's not going to see any time unless the top 3 D tackles get hurt, which DeMarvin Leal almost did, so we maybe would have seen him. Again, Baker, number 1 in the NFL in yardage, 1,930 after 5 weeks, but you'd love to see that interception to touchdown ratio spread out a little bit.
Yes, indeed.
Personnel. It's actually Dearness Johnson. He gets the first touch to the right side, and he can't quite get the corner. Jerome Baker, go Bucks, on the tackle number 55. Very talented linebacker in the middle of that Dolphin defense.
Yeah, Sean, I think everybody expected him to take his time. That's kind of his MO. It means he has less of, training camp and whatnot to have to deal with. As a crafty vet, that's a fairly established move. So I think it was around May timeframe last year that he decided, late May.
Yeah.
So I'd expect no different this season.
Skip a couple workouts.
Yeah.
Nice run there by Nick. Yes, exactly. Nice run there by Nick Chubb to pick up a first down. It kind of bounced off the back of Teller. Gets it up to the 30 now. Baker under center. Another 13 personnel looking Dearness back into the game. Right side to one of those tight ends. It's Harrison Bryant who had a touchdown in week 5 against the Texans. Nice little 6-yard gain. Back into the ball game. Johnny Stanton, the fullback in front of him. Chubb follows him. A little cut in the middle of the hole. He's past the 40 to the 41. Give him another 5-yard gain. He's over 400 yards in the season now, is Nick Chubb. And they're finally giving him the ball a few more times.
So, Keith, currently on the roster, probably your best position fit for a slot receiver is going to be Felton. But that doesn't mean you couldn't put other guys in that position and have some success with them as well. You may see like
side throw, Harrison Bryant. Oh, they're going to say he's out of bounds. Sorry.
You might see like a Schwartz take up some of that role, guy that can get open quickly with a little bit of wheels. But I think Felton's probably, at least currently on the roster, your best fit for that slot fill-in behind Jarvis.
Welcome in, Wendell. Welcome in, Applied. And in our sim, Garrett Wilson moves inside into the slot when they go with DJ Chark and Amari Cooper on the outsides for now. Short throw, unfortunately, on a 3rd and 8.
Yeah, and of course, don't forget, obviously having the draft is key here, and very wide receiver rich draft, very deep. So talent available, very well into those rounds. So I think you'll be able to answer the slot receiver, whether it's in free agency or somebody that's already on the roster or out of the draft, because there are going to be lots of opportunities to fill that with some talented folks.
Absolutely. Cameron Johnston, who the Browns picked up off free agency after Jack Fox had to go back to with Lions, and he just boots it. Picked off, I think, Newsome. He steps in front of the receiver, Waddle. The Browns have a first down at the 25.
Yeah, what a great play from Newsome there. Just really read the eyes there. The quarterback had great position, able to just jump it because he knows where it's going, and goes and does what they teach the wide receivers to do. Goes up and high points it there. It takes it away from Waddle before he had an opportunity to come down with it. So really nicely done. Great body position from Newsome, kind of that showing off his ball hawking skills.
Absolutely. Sean, I don't know your questions. When we sign, who we sign, I don't know what that means.
Yes, Applied, we did.
Further.
We did see that. Very excited about that signing. Underperformed in Jacksonville and was a high draft selection for them, but has a very high ceiling and a guy that with the right coaching is a very nice completion there out there, Amari Cooper. But with the right coaching, potentially, if you could see his upside, he could be a great fit for the Browns. And again, AB sees something there. He's done nothing but great things while in that seat for the Browns, and gotta love what he's done. And I think that has every opportunity to be a huge pickup for these Browns.
Yeah, his RAS score is crazy high. He was super athletic out of Florida a couple years ago, first round pick. And just didn't really do much. So, yeah, in terms of buy low with a very high ceiling, the kid is an athletic freak, and it doesn't preclude you from still going after a higher tier D tackle by any stretch. A good depth player. 4th one, and the Browns are going to go for it, by the way. Back to pass. He's got a wide open receiver. The 10, the 5, Njoku easily into the end zone for the touchdown.
Yeah, much too easy, and that read Browns all the way. That's exactly how they like to set it up right there. Go for it on 4th down. Find your tight end in space, preferably just like that, and Njoku's got no problem getting himself into the end zone. There was nobody there.
And the pressure was picked up.
Yeah,
there were two guys at least wide open.
Yeah, that was absolutely textbook, and that's exactly how the Browns want to beat you right there. Go for it on 4th down, take that aggressive shot, and then that little out route to the tight end kind of snuck out, and nobody covered him. And that's not only picks you up the 1st down, but then he's got room to rumble, and no chance anybody's going to catch him with that kind of space.
Mike McDaniel, who still somehow, with like the limited 7 faces that you can make, looks more realistic than Kevin Stefanski. Yeah, I mean, the Chargers really do seem to be trying to take advantage of Herbert's rookie deal, don't they? Gosh, J.C. Jackson getting a lot of money, Khalil Mack.
Yep, absolutely.
They're not playing. Of course, now they have to play Russell Wilson twice a year and Pat Mahomes twice a year. All right, turn around, give it to Chase Edmonds. He's going to be wrapped up by Calais Campbell, and now another injury to Jadeveon Clowney.
Man, that
just
D-line.
Decided to cut him already.
Yeah, that D-line is getting brutalized in our sim season here as we have had injuries all across us. He's going to go to the locker room. Not what you want to see.
Done for the day. Well, that's unfortunate. 2nd and 8 now. Teddy Two Gloves climbing under the center. Big drop. Miles gets around the right tackle, but he gets rid of it just in time. Nice deep post. Jalen Waddle across the middle, and he's got a 1st down to the 41-yard line.
Yeah, Wendell, they heard you. Madden heard you. They wanted it. It realized that it was going to get, or it recognized the plea for the go for it on 4th and 1, and sure enough, they come up with a great Brownsian play call to get in for the Chief in the end zone, just the way it should have been.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Back to pass. Quick throw to the right side. Phillips right there on the backside of Jasecki. Short gain. More dinking and dunking with the exception of that post that they threw earlier to do Jalen Waddle. And yes, a long time ago in a galaxy far away, Wendell, they did. You are correct.
Yeah, it was back in the Houston
Steve
Oilers
Largent
era,
days,
right?
Yeah.
You know, back when those the AFC Central, I believe, is what we were in, right? With the Oilers and
That's right.
Steelers and
Bengals,
yeah.
Deep one in the end zone, tipped by Ward. It goes out of bounds. Yeah, Poem, I'm not sure if that's actually real or not. I know that's what Benjamin Albright said, and he's been kind of the one dialed in on it. But if you look at what was actually offered, it was like 2 1s, a 2, Kareem Hunt, Baker Mayfield, picked off by Grant Delpit. Let's go! Bad throw for Teddy, way across the field late.
Yeah, that's what exactly right there. That's why you don't want to do that. It gives the defense a chance to flex to where the ball is going, and that's exactly what Delpit does. He just recognizes the fact that the ball is coming right over his head, makes a nice up for it, and what an effort from him. But yeah, those late delayed throws across the field gives extra time for the defenders to react, and Delpit has enough time to come away with that one.
Yeah. And again, they very well may have offered that. I don't know if it's real or not, but I'm happy that he said no. I'll say that.
Yeah. No, that was noise we didn't need.
No. Baker going to hold on to it way too long. Cedric Lattimore, former Iowa Hawkeye, now in his 3rd year in the league, gets that sack late, and the Browns continue to give up sacks and pressures through the middle with their center and guards.
And as I mentioned earlier on the lunch sim today, I'm half convinced that the whole thing was literally noise. As Baker's going to unload here into double coverage, yuck! Don't
Arm
like that.
punt.
Yeah, but here comes the real punt. But I'm half convinced the whole thing is, just noise generated by Mary Kay Cabot trying to drum up a wish it into existence type scenario so that she has more drama and ridiculous storylines to talk about. I mean, because wouldn't that be like the wouldn't that be like the Deshawn would be like her crowning achievement in terms of things that she could to endlessly clickbait about. Like it'd be awful because she'd be like spreading rumors about the massage therapists in Cleveland that he's now abusing or some nonsense about that. It would be just asking for her to be worse than she already is. And, like I said, I'm half convinced that she was trying to make it happen all by herself.
Sure. You get him, Poem. It's not worth it. And more importantly, Andrew Berry's not going to mortgage the future. Again, it's not like you're trading for Patrick Mahomes or something.
Yeah, no, certainly not.
Watson hasn't played in a whole year. And what if he gets suspended for 10 games or 8 games?
Right.
You're going to throw away this whole year? Just because it's not going to go criminal does not mean that the civil thing is done. So
right, or that the league won't take action, or and not to mention, what does that do to his credibility in the locker room? What kind of leadership does he? I mean, there's all kinds of issues with that. Yeah. I mean, he could be a locker room cancer. I mean, he certainly. I'm not saying he will be, but he certainly could be. And a lot of what happened with him when all of this was going on in that locker room was he's on the roster, but he's not even coming to practice. There's a lot of stuff that you really don't want to tap into that. That's just asking for trouble.
That's what I said earlier. Nice play by Calais Campbell in the run defense. That's what I said earlier. I will be shocked, actually. Capital S shocked if they actually traded for him.
Yep.
So again, I think it's all in the ways. And again, like I said earlier today, I completely agree that they did their homework. I'm sure Andrew Berry has done homework on everyone. I'm sure he wants to know the price on every player. And that's just the kind of GM that he is. He must have a little portfolio or something like Madden roster where he goes through and they've got everybody rated and this and what they fit. And I'm sure. So yes, I'm sure he did his homework on him, but that doesn't mean there was real interest in trading for him.
Right. Right, because they're not just going to take a shot on a player hoping that it'll work out. It doesn't matter how talented the player is if it comes with baggage and or issues that you're not going to be able to deal with as a franchise.
Sure.
There's a cost benefit to everything, right? You gotta consider that. And that Andrew Berry is smart enough to go through all of that. The risk reward in any move that he's going to make, with the analytics in mind. I mean, that's part of the analytics. It's not just on the field.
Sure
it's part of the part of the roster building process. So they're looking at weighing the cost versus what are you getting out of it, and what does that mean in terms of dollar figures? What does that mean in terms of trade compensation? What does that mean in terms of on-the-field production and generating wins? If you've ever watched Moneyball, which ironically is based on someone we know, near and dear to our hearts, Paul Di Podesta, the character played in that the main analytics guy in that show is based on Paul Di Podesta primarily, but to even include the Cleveland Indians to begin with, where he started, because he was involved with the Cleveland Indians, that approach of you're not interested in buying the big name and this old antiquated scouting process. It's about how do you generate runs, and how do you generate enough runs to generate the wins, and if you generate enough of the wins, how do you make those playoff appearances and then leverage those into eventual Super Bowl wins. That's what this is all about.
Yep, absolutely. Well said, Kit. And I think they will, Sean. I think they'll bring in some competition. I don't understand this very, very quick trigger to get rid of Baker because he had a bad season while he had really awful injuries.
Right. Right. From week two on.
He was hurt the whole year and he played pretty crappily. But again, for me, it's more about how bad is Case Keenum actually, that they kept deciding that a banged up Baker was still a better option.
Right.
But that's not Baker's fault.
Right.
And it doesn't make him a bad quarterback or like
No.
it's time to move on. Now, did he deserve a $200 million extension? Of course not.
No.
But that's very much in play this season if he does what he's supposed to do. I just don't get the quick trigger to get rid of him.
Right. I definitely don't either, and I think that's an unfortunate, a bit ingrained in our franchise and fan base right now, only for the fact that that's been the reactionary mode we've had to be in with how bad the rosters have been and how much of a struggle it has been to be a Browns fan. So I understand where it comes from, but that doesn't mean that that's a place that is deserved here and now with the roster that AB has generated, especially Baker doesn't deserve that. He's put a lot of really good stuff on tape, and if he can put it all together and really prove that consistency, he could be the guy. And I won't take that away from him, even for a minute. The other thing about this too is it wasn't just Baker that was going on wrong with that season. I mean, injuries on the O-line, injuries on the D-line, injuries. I mean, you put out that graphic showing how injured we were, the number one most injured team in the NFL, and compared to some teams, not particularly close. But the other side of this too is, don't forget all of the drama and issues that were created with all the Odell Beckham nonsense that didn't need to happen. Because if you really want to mark the Browns were surviving in spite of all the injuries and things going on. Yeah. But if you really want to put a turning point in the season where, there's no way, that was it.
Baker to Cooper. I think he was out of bounds. All right, good chatter. Good to keep those questions coming. If you have stuff you want to talk about, we'll try to get back to what we do best here, which is calling sim football games. As Baker just threw it, and Cooper couldn't get his tootsies down. Left side, Garrett Wilson up to the 30, and he'll go down at the 30. Depends on the spot, and it's a good one, 1st and 10. Backfield, they stretch it to him left side. He's got the 30. Can he make a stiff arm? He can. It's going to fall forward to the 34-yard line. He's got 20 yards. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure Clowney will sit and see what else is out there. I'm sure the Browns have said, here's the number that we're willing to give you, and the ball comes out. Luckily picked up by Jedrick Wills, as it looked like Baker was about ready to unload.
That same thing, by the way, that very same thing could be, I know a lot of folks are sad to see Juice leave the team, but don't discount the possibility that Juice may come around and decide that he wants to re-sign with the Browns after all. He may shop the market, may decide that he's happier with that smaller number to be back with the Browns. It's very possible that could be a thing. I'm not saying it's going to happen, but it certainly could, and I'm sure the Browns would be happy to have that leadership in the locker room still.
Mm-hmm. Peoples-Jones on a 3rd and long. He has a nice gain, but he's going to be short after that sack fumble that put him onto the ground, unfortunately. Noah Egona-Gainway, easy for me to say, goes there. Yeah, the thing that will be interesting for me is if Jarvis goes and takes like a $5 million a year deal somewhere. That will kind of miff me. Like, listen, you wouldn't take it here, but you'll take it for the Bills, or you'll take it for the Chiefs that have been rumored to be interested.
Right.
Because they're losing some players. And again, cool, you want to go win some playoff games, put yourself in a better chance for a Super Bowl. Like, I get it. What? Interesting. All right, Browns are going to punt again. Kyron Williams, rookie running back out of Notre Dame, is their punt returner. Teddy Two Gloves back out onto the field. A whole bunch of Browns up at the line of scrimmage here. Sheesh. And now they shift out of it to match, going through each other. Browns end up rushing 4. Here's Lely, breaks free, and he's going to sack him inside the 5 at the 4. And the rookie having a great season. That's 10 sacks on the season now.
That's massive. That's absolutely massive as a rookie, coming out with 10 sacks already in week 6. That's huge. He's having quite the season. But, you mentioned it earlier, a little bit of chess match going on there between the offense, changing their play. Defense changes up their play, and defense comes out ahead in this one with obviously the better play call response, and able to come with significant pressure and come away with a sack.
Absolutely. 2nd and 21. They give it to the up back. That's Ethan Carter, the fullback, and he gets 4. Sets up a 3rd and 17 now. 10 sacks for the rookie, and we're in the middle of week 6.
Keith, you're predicting that Clowney ends up in Tampa?
Or Jarvis. Yeah, I wasn't sure.
Yeah, I wasn't sure who.
They are loaded now, like the new Antonio Brown.
Right.
Well, Tampa has no money now, especially with Tom coming back. So, in fact, the Bengals poached pretty quickly. They signed one of their guards to a pretty decent deal today, I saw.
Yeah, man, did they need that upgrade?
Yeah, they got 2 guards. They got a guy from New England as well. I updated both of them, Ted Karras to go along with Alex Kappa.
Yeah, Keith, I can certainly see that. Jarvis going to Tampa Bay, that would not surprise me. Yeah, it would be interesting. I wonder what the fit would look like there. Obviously you've got Tom Brady throwing to you. That certainly doesn't hurt. But just interesting with the weapons they have. How does he fit in that roster? I'm not sure.
Right. Nice boot action play. Man, they've really done there's a good mix of the play action boot game now, and it's worked really well.
Yeah,
it's been tweaked to the playbook. It's been refreshingly nice.
I was going to say the same thing. Refreshing to see that. That's really been quite nice, especially nice use of the levels concept, which has been very effective for this team as Baker has picked them apart, going to the shorter pass when the deeper stuff's not open, but occasionally finding through the window where he can find that 2nd or even 3rd level and hitting guys down the field for nice gains.
Absolutely. Here's a drag route. Baker sees it. He's got Cooper open across the middle. Gives him time to actually turn the corner, and he gets the first down. Amari Cooper caught his first touchdown as a Brown in Week 5 against the Texans, and he has been a very nice breath of fresh air.
Yep, and the Browns went right back to the level concept. You can see in that snap all 3 levels right there, but that time he went underneath to Cooper on the drag, and it worked out great because the defense had kind of settled back in their zone, leaving Cooper open with room to run and to get to the sticks.
Back to pass again out of a shotgun. Baker, lots of time, zips it left side. A wide open Cooper again for another 12 yards and a first down. Browns to the 14-yard line. That's 3 catches for Cooper.
You got to love that workman mentality that he's got. He's showing it here as he's just going out there running crisp, clean routes, finding ways to get open, and Baker's hitting them right in stride, just the way you want to see it. And man, I'm looking forward to seeing the Browns play and that come to fruition on the field, because that's exactly what I think that Cooper brings to these Browns, is that just like Chubb brings in the backfield, he brings to the wide receiver room, and just what you need there is a guy that's just going to go out there and get it done with that head down, nose to the grind wheel, get her done.
Absolutely, as Kareem Hunt almost sneaks into the end zone. He's going to go down at the 2 now, 1st and goal. And yes, Poem, that's pretty wild, and I lulled for sure. And he's already been traded, but we've already played the Steelers twice in our sim. So we won't get to see Mitchie boy, but he is there now.
Yes, he is. But hey, I'll certainly be glad to see him playing against the Browns in real life. Yes. I'm perfectly okay with that.
Baker back to pass on a 1st and goal from the 2 and fires it out of bounds. Hooray. 13 personnel now. Cooper on his island on the left. 3 tight ends all to the right side. Give it to Kareem Hunt up the middle, and a whole bunch of white jerseys are waiting for him there. No push that time from the internal line. And that's Christian Harris, number 14, the rookie middle linebacker out of Alabama. One of the picks that the Dolphins made. Hey, Rick, welcome in.
Yeah, welcome.
Baker on a 3rd and goal. Whoa, they got there in a hurry.
Yeah,
got to get rid of that ball, Bakes.
He had Cooper, so if he gets just a little bit of touch pass over that rushing lineman, you can see him pop right open right there. Just needed to get it over the rush, and he'd have been okay, but not able to get rid of the ball.
Yeah, 2 linebackers and 2 safeties. I would call that an all-out blitz. And they get there too fast, and Cameron Dicker comes out to extend the Browns' lead here. Rookie kicker, again, has been perfect inside of 50 today. Hey, John, welcome in. Go Browns.
Yeah, absolutely, Sean. You nailed it. That's absolutely what you're looking to do with the levels concept, is trying to stretch that horizontally so that you can open up the vertical passing game in the seam. And when you do, yeah, you can hit some big shots down the field. And I'd like to see more of that. They have the opportunity to set it up, and I think they absolutely can, and hopefully will.
Indeed. Petty now way back across his body, and Denzel whiffs on it, and Giuseppe pulls it out of the air. Big time, dangerous throw. And Mike Giuseppe's got Denzel by a couple of inches, brings it down.
Yeah, absolutely, Keith. I agree with both of them on that analysis. He absolutely will be exactly where he's supposed to be on his routes. He's a technician when it comes to that.
He's the anti-Beckham in
exactly,
many ways.
And that's exactly what you need for Baker to be successful in this offense. Is he needs guys where he needs them to be, when he needs them to be there, exactly. And if he gets that consistently, which he will out of Cooper. That's just going to open up the door to success in a big, big way. Because if you've got that workman that's just always where he's supposed to be, that reliable target that Baker can lean on, then it starts to open up all kinds of other possibilities in the offense. Because then that can be your decoy that opens up somebody underneath, or maybe you break Schwartz deep on a long one. Maybe all kinds of possibilities because you've established that, okay, this is our guy, this connection, and they have to find a way to try to shut that down, and that opens up all kinds of other things.
Absolutely. Huge one. Back of the end zone. Did he get his toes in? They're going to say that he did. Devontae Parker, what a catch. We'll see if it stands. Holy mackerel, what a catch, as he just went on a go route. And again, Denzel's not going to get beat. Denzel's faster than he is for sure. But he kind of over pursues it, and Parker goes up high. Did he get the heels in? That's going to be the question before that bum went down.
Yeah, it looked like he just did. It was
not even going to review it. Dang,
it was pretty bang bang. We didn't have a good shot at it from the replay, unfortunately, but it did look like his heels hit just before his bum came down. So it was a close thing, but I think they actually did have the right call on the field.
Kind of one of those intentional, underthrows, so it were. And Bridgewater connects with Devontae Parker, and the Dolphins take a 3-0 lead here. Pickens actually breaks a tackle. Hey, look at that kick return all the way to the 24. Yeah, Wendell, we've been simming a lot of football games, and we've seen exactly one return touchdown, and it was in the very first sim of the history of the channel.
That's right.
Against the Ravens, and JoJo Natson took it back, and then we lost like 40-7.
That's right, and that was right.
That was the only touchdown of the game.
That's right.
As Baker doesn't have anybody open. Wills gets beat eventually by Christian Wilkins.
Yeah, Sean, you're absolutely right. There were times that just not enough patience to make some of the things happen, and I think that having a more consistent wide receiver target for Baker to be comfortable with, that can be that precise on his routes, sets the stage for a lot more success, because when you're hitting a higher percentage of those throws,
Baker going deep again to Cooper, and he's got it at the 23.
Wow.
Was Baker in the end zone when he threw that? We're not even going to get a replay because they called timeout. Oh
no,
my
but
gosh.
that was awesome.
Amari Cooper, thank you. Now Baker's going to run backwards and give some of the yardage back and not throw it away. Why does he throw it away some of the time and not other times?
And then why does he run backwards to take sacks?
I know. 2nd and 24. They don't even called their last time out.
Yeah, but I was going to say that consistency really is what you need to be, to build that patience, because you're being successful in the meantime.
Nice one in Njoku to get a lot of it back, and he's going to get out of bounds with 13 seconds, so they don't have to waste their last time out. Let's see if they take a shot to the end zone. Let's put it this way. They should take a shot to the end zone.
I think they should.
Baker rolling, and he throws it away.
Smart.
8 seconds. I think there's still time, but they're going to trot Dicker out there right now. And Cameron Dicker out to try to tie it up with about 5 seconds left. And his kick is up, and his kick is good. 13-13 here.
I'm okay with coming away with the points there, coming into halftime, tie it up at 13. When you have a
70-yard bomb thrown in the middle of that play,
right, yeah. Well, and you know, especially for the fact that it wasn't 4th and 1, you only had a few ticks left, so you know. You probably only had one shot at the end zone. If you don't get it, then you're coming away with no points. So better in that case to actually just come away with the points and going into half, tie the game up. I think that's probably the right call.
Yep. Good point, Sean. About DPJ's openness. All right, 13-13. Browns will receive the kick. Appreciate everybody being on. Phil Nagy and Kit Nagy. We are Nagy on Sports. Full NFL, full sims again in 2022. We are just simming Browns games, so I do apologize for our fans of other teams. Unless they're on the Browns schedule, you will not see them until the playoffs. And with any luck, if we continue our trajectory, we could probably be done by the time the draft happens. And then if we wanted to do it all over again, I guess we could.
Right. Well, then we would have an actual with correct draft
roster,
and free agency. Yeah.
That's right. Across the middle, a nice little drag to Cooper. Cooper having a very, very nice game today. Maybe his best so far as a Brown. 7 more yards. Whoop. The entire left side of the line got a little antsy. And jumps early. Second and 8 here. Baker in a shotgun. Back to pass, running for his life again. Here he comes, and he's going to throw it away nicely. Actually had a receiver there if he had just put it on him instead of throwing it out of bounds.
Yeah, but I think the defender was in a pretty good spot, so I think that was a better choice to throw it out of bounds there and play another day on 3rd and 8.
Uh-oh, Conklin, there's his pass rush mishap, and it's Emmanuel Ogbah, of course, former Brown.
Just re-signed.
A lot of people, yes, he did. A lot of people pretty mad that Browns even let him go in the first place, and we can thank John Dorsey for that because he was trying to stay loyal to his guy, Chad Thomas. Remember how that turned out for us?
That's right. Did not turn out well. But Ogbah showed some flashes, but, I think he was underdeveloped with the Browns, unfortunately. I don't think the coaching staff took advantage of the raw material there the way he could have been for the Browns. So I don't just put that one on Dorsey. I think he was a bit mismanaged here with the Browns, unfortunately, because I think he could have been much better than he was.
Sure.
As we've seen, obviously, with Miami, who has developed him.
They have, indeed. All right, Browns' defensive line is really not averaging like 9 sacks a game, and we have 1 so far here, Demolition Dogs. Yes, I'm calling you out. Let's get it going. Dump it left side on the sideline, and he falls out of bounds very quickly. That's the rookie Khalil Shakir out of Boise State. Wendell, that's an interesting name. I think he's probably done with football, to be honest. Cardale Jones, I think he's just been out too long, and he's actually co-running a new kind of non-profit shell company, basically, it sounds like, with one of the Schottenstein brothers of Schottenstein's fame, and it's basically like an NIL fund for people to donate to that then they'll turn around and legally pay football players with. So he's like the co-partner, I can't remember what it's called, of the company, the Buckeye Foundation or something like that or whatever, but it's all on the up and up, and it's going to continue to give Ohio State a huge advantage in terms of recruiting and whatnot for their football program. But my point is, I don't know the last time he was on a treadmill or threw a football. Browns try to run it, spread him out and run it up the middle, and the safety, Noah Nedebo, comes up and stops it short. Had a real hard time, the exception of a couple of big shot plays, really sustaining much on offense here today.
Yeah, it's kind of
up the middle.
Kind of to my point about that consistency. That's why a target that you can rely on, especially in the number 1 receiver, with that being in the right place at the right time. That's, especially because that's really how this offense runs. It is very dependent on receivers being in the right place at the right time, and Baker's dependent on it as a result. So your success of your quarterback really hinges heavily on your receiving core doing what they're supposed to do.
Absolutely. Yep, coupled with pressure from an offensive line, which Jedrick Wills got hurt in week 1 and Conklin broke his leg halfway through the season.
Yep, that really hurts all of that because that throws all the timing off.
Mm-hmm. Nice tackle for loss there for Calais Campbell. He's had kind of a quiet day. Again, only 1 sack for the Browns defensive line. 1 sack for the Browns, period. Another shift of players, a bunch of brown and orange jerseys crowding that line now. Quickly, they go to the right side and tack McKinley, who had dropped into coverage in the weird defensive audible.
Yeah, they audibled into a zone blitz, which is they drop out they bring in a blitz from a defensive back and replace the zone with okay. Wow.
Get down, kid. Woo.
Wow, that was quite the hit. But as he has made a number of those this season, he has been just a truck all over the place on the field. Comes up and just lays a shiver. But
gosh, that was awesome.
That was. But yeah. So I lost train of thought. So maybe I'll come back to that later when it comes back.
Yeah, we were just talking about things that didn't make Baker successful, like receivers and offensive linemen. So they all work together.
Yeah, right. Absolutely does all work together. But anyway, I don't remember the last point I was going to make. Doesn't really matter.
That's all right. Here we go. Come on, Browns. 9 minutes to go. They've been a little bit better of a second-half offensive team here in our sims. Motion coming from Cooper. Stanton in the game as well. Well, then Nick Chubb, left tackle, off tackle to the left. He's going to pick up about 4 more yards, but still he's got 9 touches for 28 yards. Not enough. Chubb and Hunt into the game now. Baker in the shotgun. He's going to throw it, and he's going to throw it to the right side. He's got a receiver, and that's a first down for Chark. DJ Chark. DJ Chark. We can all thank, 504 for that one.
Uh-huh.
And it does. I hope we sign him simply for that, because we're going to make that a thing, just like Abercrombie.
That would be really fun. I would love to see Chark on this team.
Under center, turn around, Kareem Hunt. He's going to get about 7 for 18. Again, just not enough touches for your 2 horses. Yeah, I agree, Sean. Let's get that going. 2nd and 7. It just opens up everything. Baker, tons of time in the pocket, and he's going to hold on to it way too long and get sacked again by Adam Butler. 7 sacks now for the Dolphins. Browns have 1.
Not good, Bob.
Not good. And just the blatant disrespect for our offensive lineman is brutal to me.
Painful.
Right side on the sideline. I don't think he got in bounds. Nice catch, but he couldn't get both feet in bounds. And that's a punt. So the Browns continuing to struggle. Cameron Johnston with a rocket of a leg boots it way down inside the 20, and that's where Kyron Williams will get taken down by Marcus Jones, undrafted rookie free agent out of Houston.
Yeah, 504, absolutely. That's kind of what we're talking about, how that, just having him in that core, really, everything about that is what this team needs. Credit Andrew Berry with finding the right guy who is going to be, I think, the catalyst to making this passing game really start to flourish the way we needed it to last season, and hopefully will this coming season.
That's right. Great TFL again there for Grant Delpit. He's had a real nice game, that big pick. More audibles from both sides. That sends Myles Garrett out with a tight end one-on-one. And they go that direction, but it's incomplete. Myles was pretty good on his coverage there.
Yeah, it was that was created by the pressure, a bit of an errant throw there as the pressure was coming. So again, all those things are interconnected in football. An ultimate team sport. You got to have one thing to have the other. So success from the D-line.
Absolutely. And Teddy's going to throw this one out of bounds. Calais Campbell was about to take his head off. Another 4th and 12. So again, we haven't generated the sack numbers, but the defense has been sharp for the most part. And again, Teddy's got 3 picks. The offense has just been a little bit off here. 13,
they're not running
13.
the ball. Run the ball.
He is back, Wendell, yes. That's what we were just talking about. He got flexed out to cover a tight end after a weird defensive audible situation. I mean, we're at 18 runs and 22 passes. They've had pretty decent balance. They're just getting themselves... Oops, off his helmet. Oops, almost picked off and then caught again by Bryant. He's actually going to end up losing 3 yards in the process.
That was wild.
Off Bryant's helmet, off a defender, and back to Bryant for a 3-yard loss. So now a 3rd and 10.
Yeah, but part of that really is it's not. You're right. It's not the balance of the play calls so much as they're just not having positive plays. So they're down in distance have been the issues.
Yeah, they're giving up 7 sacks, putting them way behind the chains. Here's a nice throw over the middle to Njoku, but he's short. Come on, Andrew. He won't go for this, but I might have. Not Andrew, Kevin.
I was going to say, I'm pretty sure Andrew, didn't pick up the play calling duties, but
texting plays. He's texting plays. Man, not a great punt for Johnson. It's a mile high and out, but out of bounds. And it's going to give the Dolphins some of their best field position off of the punts that have happened from Johnston today. All right, come on, defense. We may need a little spark here, a little turnover, strip sack or something. Miles has kind of struggled to get back. Again, he was out 4 weeks with an abdominal tear.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure if he's fully back up. I don't know how that works, if they put him back up. Nice stick there by Jacob Phillips in the hole.
I was going to say, JOK was putting on a clinic, and Phillips decided he needed to show what he's got, too.
I guess. Teddy heaves a big one. Leal almost knocks it out of the sky. Right side, single coverage, and he's got it again. Devontae Parker. Ugh, one-on-one. These deep shots are getting a little insane.
Yeah, that's wild. There's no way Denzel gets beat to the point of attack like that. Not this many times. I mean, maybe once in a game, but not like that. He's too good at climbing the ladder in an up jump ball like that.
And Gaskin's going to take an inside zone completely untouched, dives into the end zone, and 2 quick plays later, Dolphins extend the lead. And the Browns have really, maybe this will wake them up a little bit.
Yeah, hopefully. We got time. Still plenty of time, but,
Wendell Clowney went to the locker room, which means he's done for the game. He may not be done for multiple weeks, but he's at least done for the game. So we have had Tack McKinley or Adenabo on the other side. All right. Of course, now the momentum firmly in the direction of the blue. Pickens breaks another nice tackle, and he's up to about the 23-yard line. So let's get something going here. Baker's going to drop into a shotgun. Chark at the bottom of our screen, 2 receivers, and Wilson. And a long dig for Chark to the 30. He's got the first down across the 34. And a first down for the Browns. Nice play to start the drive. Let's get something going here. Some rhythm would be nice. Trips to the right side for Baker. And he fires it deep, and it's picked. I was literally just about to say, at least Baker hasn't thrown an interception yet today. Xavier Howard, one of the best corners in the league.
Yeah.
And woof.
Well, Baker just left it short. I mean, he underthrew this quite badly, as you see him flat-footed there with his feet kind of apart, planted, not the position that you want. I mean, you needed your back foot behind you with that follow-through, and he didn't have any of that. It was very bad mechanics there.
Yeah, Rick, there's just something broken about Baker's internal coding that we can't fix, and clearly some disrespect for the offensive line as well.
Yep.
All right, come on, defense. We really need a spark here. Right side, Myles Gaskin. And he'll get a few to the 46, but it is enough for, oh, no, not a first down, 3rd and inches. The ball is on the other side of the line. You can see in the spot, but apparently that's not good enough. But he'll get it anyway here on the next play. Phillips brings him down and then cleaned up by a couple other players. All right, come on, Browns. Let's go. Come on, defense. Clock ticking down here. It's about to be the end of the first quarter. Teddy Two Gloves back to pass again, right over the middle, threads it in front of the linebackers, and Phillips makes a nice tackle, but the first down yardage is achieved. Trips to the right side now for Bridgewater. He's back to pass. Browns rushing 4. Still just 1 sack in the game for the Browns defense. And it was a strip sack. Oh, no, the strip sack was the Dolphins. I lied. All right, flip it around here. Browns, as the Dolphins are in field goal range, they really need They really need something to go their way. Out route to Jasecki, first down. JOK brings him to the ground in single coverage, but still, he's got his 5th catch. Browns are definitely the better team on paper in terms of ratings of players and things, but so far not getting it done. And again, when that momentum meter is pinned all the way, it makes it so hard to come back and chip at it.
Yeah, it sure does. And you're right, absolutely, Keith. Wilson has been very quiet in this game.
He has. Cooper's been definitely the best receiver for sure. Inside run, he's going to go outside. Nice tackle in space by JJ3, and now Miles is hurt again.
Oof. Yeah, JJ3 had beautiful pursuit on that play, but yeah, don't like the injury to Miles. That's brutal.
Yeah, he leases on the sideline. Looks like a cramp. 3rd and 1.
All right, Rick's calling for the Ward pick 6 here. Let's see.
No, we do need it. We need something. Pressure coming up the middle, and Leal's going to get the sack, though. We'll take it to Marvin Leal. 2nd sack for the Browns. 2nd sack for him, and that'll push the field goal attempt back a little bit further. 11 sacks for the rookie now out of Texas A&M.
Yeah, definitely take a sack there.
A couple of other potential edge players of note that the Browns could be interested in. I'm starting to see a little bit of smoke about maybe Von Miller wanting to play with the Browns. Of course, he and Myles Garrett, both Texas A&M alums, and if they get Leal, that would be 3. And then Zadarius Smith from the Packers was cut today. They re-signed Preston Smith but cut Zadarius Smith. I would be fine with either of those guys on the other side of Myles.
Yep.
All right, come on, Baker. Come on, Digital Baker. Come on, Madden. Let Baker be better than you think that he is. We've seen 70-rated rookie quarterback Brock Purdy throw for 450 yards and 4 touchdowns. Left side, Cooper, and he gets the Tootsies down. First down, Browns at the midfield stripe.
Yeah, just beautiful body control there to really high point the ball where he needed to be because the defender actually had slightly better positioning, but Cooper came away with it because he went up to get it.
Right side, Chart comes back to the football. Thank you, DJ. Nice catch. He's got a first down to the 33-yard line. Cooper now 6 for 129. That's right, pixelated Baker. Let's go. 13 personnel out there on the field. It's Dearness Johnson into the game. Cooper's at the bottom of the screen. You just can't see him. Up the middle, Dearness Johnson. Nice little cut in the hole, and he's got a nice run of about 8 on first down. Give him 7, rather, and you can do a lot of things when you get 7 on first down.
Yeah, especially in signature Brown running back style, all those yards practically after contact because you got contacted 2 yards down, and he gets another 6.
We're going to get a flipping holding call, aren't we?
Of course.
Against Jack Conklin. Unreal. Jack Conklin wasn't even involved in that play. But they threw that flag when I thought it was a face mask because where the flag came out. Hunt to the left side, and he'll get stood up. Short gain. 3rd and 11. Another 3rd and long. Browns have had so many 3rd and longs. Yes, he did, Keith, which I think is what was so funny about the fact that Von Miller is showing some interest in the Browns.
Right.
Baker hit as he throws, and there is nobody home. Why wasn't there anybody there? There was nobody in the entire middle of the field.
Because he was busy getting hit, and he underthrew it. He had his receiver he was trying to hit in the end zone, but he didn't get the arm on it because he was getting hit as he threw.
All right, this one's right at 50. He has yet to make a field goal of 50 yards or longer in the season. He's going to drill this one as Cameron Dicker. So he said somebody, and I don't know who it was because they had a different Twitter handle than screen name. Somebody was like, cut Cameron Dicker right now. He tweeted at me at Eon Sports on Twitter. And I was like, oh, okay. But all Cameron Dicker has done literally since that guy tweeted that has made his field goals, including the game winner today in overtime. So,
well, hey, maybe Digital Dicker heard that he was being maligned on Twitter.
Exactly. All right, back to a 1-score game.
Madden hears.
Madden hears everything. All right, come on, Browns defense. Give me some sugar. Another short out route to Mike Jasecki. JJ3 and Greg Newsom bring him down short of the line of scrim or the line to gain, 2nd and 2.
Yeah, that pick six right about now would be a beautiful, beautiful thing.
Yes, it would. Instead, it's going to be Chase Edmonds to the left side. Edmonds with the first down and more. JJ3 wraps him up and brings him down. Edmonds, 13 carries, 34 yards. Again, formerly of the Arizona Cardinals, just signed today, or will sign in 2 days when he can sign or whatever. And up the middle, and this time nice shed by Calais Campbell, and he'll drag him down immediately. Myles Gaskin, 6 carries, now 19 yards for Gaskin. Pressure, oh, nice speed to the right tackle of Venabo, and Leal again. And then center, Matt Paridis, a little bit slow to get up, but a 3rd and 18 now as the Browns defense starting to get home. 2.5 sacks, presumably, for Leal. Maybe the other half to Afidi on the left side, playing again for the injured Jadeveon Clowney. Left side, throws it, it's picked, it's Delpit, it's number 2 for him today. First down, Browns at the 30, let's go.
Well, not a pick six, but certainly take the pick there. What a beautiful play from Delpit. Is again, he's just had great positioning in the defensive secondary, and just really finding a way to be an impact player back there.
Pitch it to the left side to Hunt. He gallops, he hops, he fights for a yard. 2nd and 9, Hunt still in there. 2 receivers left, 1 to the far right. Wilson is in the slot again. Haven't heard much from GW5 here today. Baker with loads and loads and loads and loads of time. Back right of the end zone. Chark, touchdown! He's got DJ Chark. DJ Chark. Let's go.
Nice.
That time he didn't get hit, and he found his man in the end zone. Chark bodies up the receiver nicely. And a touchdown, easy for the Browns. 2 plays after the Delpit pick. Let's go.
Yeah, that's really what you needed. Not a pick six, but an easy conversion as Baker to Chark makes it all happen right there. Finally, a little bit of life on this offense, and the momentum meter has gone away. Now in the favor just slightly of the Browns, but they're the home team, which is what you want to see. And so this year, you finally have a feel like you've got a little bit more control in this game.
Indeed, 10 unanswered points for the Browns defense. Again, they've definitely been better in the second half of these sim games. Let's see if the defense can take over now. And yes, you're exactly right, Kit. The away team will struggle hearing hot routes.
Oh boy.
Up the middle. And Calais Campbell swallows up Gaskin for another TFL. Man, I don't know if he's actually going to end up on our team again. We've talked about probably not, but he's been so good for us at the sim.
Yes, he has.
3 wide to the right, back to pass, Bridgewater. Browns rushing 4. I don't see Miles out there right now, by the way, on these pass rushing situations, so I'm not sure what's going on with that. Maybe he's still nicked up on the sideline.
I certainly know there's some rumblings that with all the arms race stuff going on in the AFC, the Browns may really double down on defense as a viable strategy. Not that they haven't, obviously addressed the wide receiver already with Amari Cooper.
Right.
We already talked about, what we expect the success of that to be. But would not be surprised for the Browns to really focus on, fine-tuning this already explosive and dangerous defense and finding a way, especially opposite Miles to and that D-tackle room to really bring the pain.
That would be lovely. All right, first down, though, as Gaskin was able to get that first down, or Jaceki was able to get that first down.
Oh, the Browns get Chark. I want it to be Chark week every week in First Energy. That would be amazing.
2nd and inches, and I don't think he got it. They're going to pick up a 3rd and inches now. Trips to the left side, and still no Clowney. You got Tack at the top of the screen, Adenabo on the bottom of the screen. Leal and Campbell in the middle. Bridgewater with another short pass and another short completion for a first down. He's got 30 completions and just over 300 yards passing. And we know that a couple of them were those prayer bombs.
Yep. A lot underneath.
Come on, Browns. Let's get off the field here. We're about 5 minutes to go in the game. keep him out of field goal range. Here's Gaskin up the middle, and Jacob Phillips is waiting nicely for him. Phillips is really starting to play well. Again, he's out there just about every play. He and J.O.K. are the two sub linebackers. We don't see Taki unless they're in base. 2nd and 8, Bridgewater throwing it deep to the back of the end zone, and it's picked off, but JJ3's out of bounds when he does so. Just a really long incompletion. Trying to set up a screen to the left side. Doink off the back of the left tackle's helmet, and the Browns get off the field.
Yeah, great defense there. Love seeing it. Not fooled by the screen. Even if it hadn't bounced off the helmet there, you know that they probably were coming away with a tackle pretty quickly thereafter because they were well set up to do so. But great coverage downfield on the play prior. Obviously, wouldn't have minded that being intercepted with a touchback. But, hey, you'll take what you get there. And, getting the ball back here with 4 minutes 14 is just what you want.
Getting that at your own 12. Baker again. He's going to be hit as he throws. I don't like the way this is shaping up. Double coverage. No! Xavier Howard picks it off at midfield. Oh, Bakes. If you're going to chuck it deep, you can't get hit when you're doing so.
And definitely not throwing it into double coverage like that underthrown. That's ugly. And certainly, why are you going for a deep shot on the first play, back with 4:14 in the game? Run the ball. You're tied you're tied in this situation. You need to run some clock off, and come away with a field goal with hopefully just a few ticks left. That is not the recipe to do so by trying to get a chunk bomb down the field that he takes contact and instead, like a miserable punt on first down.
Yes, it was not a great punt either, was it, Keith? All right, nice play there by Taki though to get a big sack. Just after we were talking about he didn't see the field much, he comes out and shows us, right? Another completion for short yardage sets up a 3rd and 13. Browns really need to get off the field here. Yes, he did, Sean.
That's right. Madden hears. We've already established.
Short dump off again. Greedy Williams waiting right on the hip pocket of the receiver. And the Browns are able to get off the field here. Punt upcoming again. They're going to get the football back with about 2:15. And Baker again. I know there's kind of a wrap on him and another even a better punt. This one's going to go out of bounds at the 8-yard line instead of the 12. I know he didn't have a lot of game-winning drives in game time, but just starts with one. So let's get it going, Bakes. 2:20, all 3 timeouts. Turn around, give it to Nick Chubb. He's going to get stuck because Nick Harris got blown up by Cedric Lattimore.
And it's certainly it's not like he hasn't done it. I mean, we all remember that Bengals game
Cincinnati game. Yes, he doesn't have many.
But he does. He has done it, so he can.
Yes, he has. For sure, he has.
I expect more of that out of him because I think he's got the mentality for it.
Absolutely. Trips to the right side. They throw short, a little check down in the space. That's DJ Chark, and he's up to the 13. Gives him a little bit more breathing room for a 3rd and 5. Not in any rip-roaring hurry here. Baker with lots of time, and then now you decide to throw it away and avoid the sack on a 3rd and 5, and they're going to punt and play defense again. All right, well.
Does it feel like we're playing for a tie again?
Yeah, kind of. Nice punt. Better punt than his arm punt. Come on, D, one more.
Well, since we've established that Madden is listening, Madden, now is the time for that pick 6. That would be lovely.
Right.
Thank you.
That's right. Denzel Ward's not very good, Madden. What are you going to do about it? Prove us wrong. Out route to Jasecki. It feels like that has been a staple for Bridgewater here today, and Troy Hill wrangles him to the ground. And they're going to go no huddle. Still all 3 timeouts for both teams. Bridgewater chucks it deep to the right side. He's got a man behind him, and he's out of bounds.
Out of bounds, yeah. That was close.
Ward was beaten on that one, and he makes the catch, but he has 1 foot out of bounds. Welcome in, Patterson's 3rd and 5. Browns need to get off the field again on defense. Pressure coming, and it's a blitz. It's Phillips. He's got him, Jacob Phillips. He sacks him back, and the Browns call the timeout.
Yeah, that'll do it. That's just what you need here. Obviously you counted on your defense and you gave your offense at least a little bit of time.
Yes.
Just need to get in that field goal range here as another nice punt.
Yep, another nice punt, and it's taken down and actually just wasting time, but he's up to the ninth best of the 3 field positions. Come on, Bakes, you're getting a gift. You're getting a third chance to win the game. All of our sims have been crazy close.
They have been.
Like, even against non-great teams. Here's a quick dump off to the left side, like that play, to the 25 for David Njoku, and they got to either call timeout or go. They're going to go hurry up. Still 2 timeouts left. Now Baker launching deep down that seam like you wanted, Sean, and he's got Cooper, but he just overthrew him.
It does stop the clock. Still 2 timeouts, 18 ticks. You got to get in field goal range, save one of those timeouts to kick it.
Or hand the ball off and get not a first down. Now you have to call timeout.
Yeah.
And are they playing for overtime again?
We're playing to tie.
They're not even going to try their timeout.
Wow.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
This is the 3rd overtime game in 3 weeks.
This is wild. Absolutely wild.
It's almost like some of the video games
they're trying to force it to it.
Well, it's like, you know what I'm talking about, where like some of the video games you can turn on, at least the Browns are going to win the toss, they'll receive, where you can turn on like equal teams. You know what I'm talking about? Where you're like, hey, I know the ratings are different, but have them be equal. It's almost like there's a button turning on that's making, because like our overall roster is an 86 and their overall roster is a 78.
Right.
And the Texans were a 76, and they were stride for stride with us. And when we had a 2-score lead late, they were like, whoop, better give Davis Mills 2 quick late touchdown passes to tie it up.
Right.
And then even in overtime, it was back and forth until we finally won a war of attrition. I'll have to go investigate if that's a thing. Maybe that's a slider that I turned on for the playoffs or something. I don't know. I can't imagine that I did, but who knows at this point. 1st and 10 for Baker. Levels concept. They go to the second one, first down. David Njoku, and the Chiefs got it to the 28-yard line.
Well, that's what you needed. This is what we've been missing on offense here. They're finally going to get something going.
Absolutely. Left side, 1st and 10, and another first down run. Or excuse me, another 5-yard run. Why do they have that? Why do they have that red line on there? Is that the line that the Dolphins need to get to for a game-winning field goal, maybe?
I think that's probably what it's supposed to be, why they would be bothering to show that for the Dolphins.
Show us now, yeah.
I mean, well, maybe it's because it's overtime, and if they get the ball, that's where they would have to be at. Yeah, I think that's probably why, but that's weird.
3rd and 1, pressure in his face, and he's able to get rid of it and not take the sack, but I'm assuming they're going to punt.
Sadly,
Baker
probably will.
Was looking for. I thought I took out all the 4 verts, and somehow he keeps finding ways to throw the ball really deep.
Are they in the audibles, perhaps? Sometimes they
be
can hide in the audible.
If you
collection.
remove a play, nice punt here. That's going to check down inside the 10. All right, next score wins. Cameron Johnston's had a pretty good game.
I think even plays that aren't in your playbook itself can actually be in your audible collection.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, maybe there are. Here's a handoff of a gaping hole in the middle. JJ3 and Delpit combined to bring down Myles Gaskin. 2nd and 1 for the Dolphins. And somebody got a little bit of a head start. Looked like the right tackle over there. Morgan Moses, the former Washington Commander. 7:37 remaining in overtime. 2nd and 6. Bridgewater into a shotgun. Running again, another giant hole to the left side and a pulling guard in front. And Troy Hill makes the tackle. Still no Myles Garrett out there, so really not sure what's going on with that. Try to run up the middle again. This time JOK sniffs it out and sits him down after a short game. Chase Edmonds. Yeah, Keith, that might be a guess at this point until we can figure out what's going on with his offense. And or maybe it's time to talk about coach mode again. I don't know. I don't know. Second and 9. Pressure right up the gut, and Calais is going to throw him down. Calais Campbell. His 12th sack of the season, and the Browns quietly up to 6 now in the game. People calling for picks and fumbles, Madden. You don't want to let them down, do you? 3rd and 15 here. Bridgewater in a shotgun. Running for his life, throwing on the run. He's got an open man. He'll be short of the line to gain. They get back up just past the original line of scrimmage. 10 catches now for Myles Gaskin. And another punt upcoming. Browns will get the football back. Left-footed punt here. Taken by Pickens at about the 35, and he'll go down immediately. But 36 is some of the best field position that they've had in this second half. Come on, Baker. This is literally the 5th chance you have to drive down the field and win the game. They rotate, flip some things over. Baker back to pass again, finds Njoku on a short check down. Cooper with a nice little block. It'll frees him up for another yard. 2nd and 2 now. Chiefs had quietly a nice day. Here's Hunt. He's got a big hole and he jukes the other way.
Oh, that was like 2 iterations of Madden ago. What are you doing? Don't juke unnecessarily in the hole. What are you doing?
3rd and 1. Chubb, he's going to get it, but just barely. 11 rushes for Chubb, and we're halfway through overtime.
Yeah, how is that even possible? He should be over 20 easily.
1st and 10, nearing midfield here. We're running out of time, though. Here comes Chubb. Little run to the right side. He finds the hole nicely. He's across the 50 to the 45. Good run of 8 yards for Nick Chubb. And good things do seem to happen when we get the ball to those guys.
Shocking. Your best player on your team gets the ball and good things happen.
They try to go left side. Oh, completely whiffed on the block. Garrett Wilson, the rookie, he's going to want that one back. And they're going to lose a couple of yards. Sets up an important 3rd and 5. We are not in field goal range yet. They did give it to him again. They just kind of ran the wrong kind of play for it, I think. Or Wilson just whiffed on his block. Baker takes a shot, but he sees it quick. It's because he's got a man wide open in the end zone. Chark! Touchdown! Let's win! DJ Chark. DJ Chark. And Chark Week continues here in Cleveland as the Browns now 2-0-1 in their 3 overtime games this season.
Wow, what a finish.
My gosh.
Yeah, Baker saw that right away. He just unloaded, and Chark was wide open, almost too deep, as he had to force his way back to get his feet in bounds.
Actually, let's watch that. Let's see if they'll let us watch that one again.
That was better. That was a great play.
That's all I'm gonna get. I can go forward, but I can't go backward from there. That's all I'm gonna get to see.
Wow.
Classic.
Yuck.
That's what we need. That's what we deserved in this game. What? It literally is unreal, meaning it wouldn't be possible that would continue to happen. All right, Teddy Bridgewater, 34 of 47 for 350, 1 TD, and again, with 3 picks. I just don't understand it. Anyway, I'm going to go sleuth and see if I've maybe turned on something that is evening up the teams or something. 25 of 39 for Baker, 372. He did have 3 touchdowns and 2 picks. Again, he continues to lead the league in passing yards, but he's probably got to be pretty closely in the league in picks, too. Hunt, 14 for 35. Chubb, 13 for 34. Neither of those are big enough numbers, in my opinion. For the Dolphins, Chase Edmonds, 15 of 45, 11 for 36 and a touchdown for Myles Gaskin. Whoops, too far. Receiving today, 10 catches for Gaskin out of the backfield, 44 yards. Mike Gesicki, 8 for 84, 5 for Waddle, 5 for Parker, and the touchdown, of course, that long touchdown to Parker. Cedric Wilson, the recently acquired player, just this one 17-yard catch for him. 2 drops as well today for Devontae Parker. For the Browns, 7 for 72. The Chief with a great game, kind of quietly with a great game. And a touchdown as well. Chark, 6 for 122. Cooper, 6 for 129. Both of those guys were awesome. 2 catches for Bryant. 2 catches there for Garrett Wilson, just 32 yards. Definitely lower than we've seen him. 1 catch for Pickens, 1 catch for Donovan Peoples-Jones. Blocking-wise, they're going to credit 2 of the sacks to Teller, 2 of the sacks to Harris, 1 for each of the tackles, which I just do not understand why Wyatt Teller should be getting beat on pass rush. Grant Delpit, 12 tackles. He was really, really good today. 2 picks as well for him. Jacob Phillips with 10, 9 for JJ3, 9 for JOK as well. Sacks today, 2.5 for the rookie Marvin Leal. 1 for Taki, 1 for Calais Campbell, 1 for Jacob Phillips, and then a half for Adenabo as well. Picks today, there were 2 for Grant Delpit and 1 for Greg Newsome. And then 3 for 3, Cameron Dicker continuing to be perfect since that guy called him out on Twitter. Let's just be honest. For the defense of the Dolphins, third-year player Noah Igbenogany with 10 tackles. Sacks today, 1 for a whole bunch of guys, 7 of them in fact. There's a look at all of them from Davis down to Ogba. And then again, 2 picks for superstar Xavier Howard. Kit, let's wrap it up.
Well, again, overtime game that had an exciting finish, and maybe that was the point all along. But as you said, 3-0-1 in overtime games. Got the big win here on this one, and the late deep bomb from Baker to Chark, which was fun to watch at the end there. Fortunately, couldn't watch the replay, but it was fun, and certainly enjoyed it, and looking forward to more good Browns football to come.
Absolutely. Appreciate everybody being on. This was a fun one, even if it was more exciting and not for the wrong reasons than it needed to be. But the Browns, more importantly, are 4-1-1, and they're heading into their Week 7 bye. Does not look like there are any injuries over here of note, so that's a good sign. But again, look at that. An 86 versus a 78, and they played it as close can be. So I don't get it, but we'll try to keep figuring it out because realism is what we strive for. So, again, appreciate everybody being on. Thank you so much to our subscribers. If you have not yet joined us on our Discord channel, you can do that. Use the invite link in this or any other video's description. You can banter about things like free agency. We had a lot of good free agent talk going in the Discord today. And then also you get pinged on when the Sims are going to happen even before YouTube knows about them. So, even better. But appreciate everybody. You guys have a great night. Take care of yourselves. Have a good Monday. Not sure what the schedule holds for tomorrow. I have a lunch appointment that I can't move, so we may be waiting until Wednesday for a sim, and we'll see what tomorrow night looks like too. So, we'll let you know. You can check on the Discord or smash that bell. Smash that bell. All right. Have a great night, everybody. As always, go